Hello everybody. I'm going to whip up a little bit of coleslaw, so I thought I'd get on here and show you how I throw it together. Again, coleslaw is kind of personal preferences, what you like in your coleslaw, what you don't like. I have a friend, Denise, hello. Nobody in her house likes onions, so they don't put onions in their coleslaw probably. The other day I made those turkey piccata meatballs with the what I called melting cabbage. It's a viral thing that I saw. So I said I wanted to keep a hunk of this so I could make some coleslaw. So that's what I'm going to do, and I was going to show you how I do it. If I was not trying to, I don't want to wake my husband up, or I'd use my food processor. But today Lori's going to be the food processor because I want him to be able to sleep. There's a core in here. I don't know if you guys have ever made coleslaw with using a head of cabbage. I buy cabbage the minute I'm out of cabbage. So it's one of the things since my bariatric journey that I adore because it's got hardly any calories, it's full of fiber. I just love it. So I'm going to cut this as thin and small as I can. I'm going to cut it first, shred it, and then you're going to see me chop like this. So I think you can see me chop. The smaller the better. Do you like Kentucky? I'm going to take this big leaf off. Kentucky Fried Chicken, they put theirs in the food processor. And I have a friend that used to bring it to every function, but he would go, I have a couple people I know that go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and buy it. It is so simple to make, and you can see I'm not making a lot. There's a reason for that. There's only one person in this house that eats it, and I don't make a lot generally. It is the weekend, so sometimes, you know, the kids come over, especially, yeah. So if we have company and I make burgers or anything, I always like to have some salads, pickled beets, regardless of season. I'm putting it in this bowl, my mixing bowl, as I chop, just to keep room on the cutting board. Regardless of season, I always have a fresh, some sort of salad. It could be the pickled beets I always have, or a coleslaw. I don't do a lot of potato salads because obviously I just can't eat potatoes very well. Like potatoes and iceberg lettuce. Tell me it's not weird. For those of you who have had bariatric surgery out there, and some people have had it and I know about it, and I'm not saying who you are because you haven't told other people. It's always 100% your privacy matters to me. So if I know you're messaging me and you've had it and you don't want it public, you'll never hear me talk about that because everybody's entitled to their privacy. But I want to know if you could message me who has trouble with what. So, meaning some people can tolerate pasta really well, rice, salad. I have friends that have had the RNY bypass and they can eat a giant Caesar salad. So since the beginning, salad has been a struggle for me. Iceberg and romaine especially, I don't know why, but yet cabbage and spinach are fine. But I do cut everything super small. I'm starting to think I need my bigger bowl. I do need my bigger bowl because I like to have room to roam when I mix everything in. I'm doing pretty good with the chopping or becoming the food processor. You can't see the food. Now that's better. You can see the food. I'd rather you see the food than me. It's just the way the fact of life is. So, hang on, I'm gonna get a different bowl. We're gonna move to my, I don't know, I still don't remember what it's called, but it was awesome. So I even have one bigger than that, but this will work, and I'll mix in that after probably. So if you don't mind and you're watching this, tell me, I guess it doesn't matter, I know what my struggles are. If the other day I made sloppy joes that were Philly cheesesteak sloppy joe mashups, I had it with rice. So I have a quarter cup of rice, and I really measure out a quarter cup of rice. But I ate the sloppy joes, I ate some beets with it, the meat. I'm looking for the meat because I need my protein. And I really could barely get that quarter cup of rice down. So sometimes you'll see my plate but I don't finish my plate. So rice, regular potatoes. Regular potatoes, I have put them in soups, like one potato in a pot of soup, and I chop it dice size. It's almost like it gets stuck in my throat. I can't eat regular potatoes. Baked potato. I had a quarter of a baked potato on my birthday at the rain dancer. A quarter. So I could eat the meat. I could eat at the rain dancer. I chopped up my Caesar. They have my favorite Caesar salad there. And I chopped it up as small as I'm chopping this coleslaw right here. And I was able to eat it. So I guess where I'm going is I'd love to know, am I the only one that struggles with certain things? So potatoes, pasta, and rice are not my friends, the regular potatoes. Sweet potatoes, I bake them, I can make a casserole, they go down just fine. But even a potato in soup with liquid, I don't know, you want to talk about this at all? So, back to the coleslaw. What do you put in your coleslaw? Because I'm about to put everything I like in it. I say this almost every video. If you cook with ingredients that you like, you will like your food. So when I see a recipe, which is sad because I do follow a lot of recipes, that was part of a core that I just stuck. I mean, so if you see a recipe that has something in it you don't like, don't automatically rule out the recipe. So I'm going to make a beef stew because I have bought some grass-fed stew beef. I just talked to you about the potatoes. I'm going to probably put one single potato in there in case my son, Dave doesn't eat beef stew. I'm just putting the rest of the cabbage in case my son comes over. Well, actually, I would always bring him some leftovers. That's a lot of coleslaw for that little piece that we had left. Okay. But I'm going to do butternut squash or rutabaga instead of potatoes. That's how I've been making my stews and soups. These are usually, when I was a kid, I used to throw this out. This is the center of a celery. That's where all your flavor is, and I love it. So I'm going to chop this into my coleslaw. A little celery is not going to, it's just going to give it some crunch in the background, and I like it. That's just how I like myself. I like a little celery. It's not something that's in everybody's recipe. And these leaves have they have like bursts of flavor if you bite into one. You won't need much. This will wilt down some, obviously, because it'll absorb some of the mayonnaise liquid. I did forget to get one ingredient out. So I kind of make all my slaws the same, sort of. So we're going to have some salt. I think you can see. And I don't like a lot of salt, as everybody knows by now. Some pepper. And then I put a little celery seed in mine. So what kind of salads do you guys like? I mean, I obviously I used to eat macaroni. I especially like macaroni with tuna fish in it. And I did make one in the summertime with hard-boiled eggs and tuna so that it has a lot of, I like to splash cider vinegar in my coleslaw. I don't know, tablespoon. Please don't ask me for measurements because when you make a coleslaw, I'm going to top it with probably 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then I'm going to put some sweet pickle relish. When you make your coleslaw, you put in what you like. I can't tell you my measurements because it all depends how much cabbage you have. I'm putting in relish. And how much mayonnaise you like. Do you like a vinegar-based one? Oh, I forgot a piece of my red onion. I didn't chop that in. I meant to do that. Just a little piece, just to give it some onion pizzazz. And not much, because it'll overpower. But I do like in a broccoli salad, the taste of the red onion. I'm going to just chop. I'll chop that too. Let me get this off. So this wouldn't be in Denise's salad. That's all I'm going to put in that big bowl, but I'm going to chop it really good. So, can you even see? You guys, bear with me all the time. I don't know. I thought, I started this out as for my granddaughter. Now it's for a lot of people. I have a pretty good amount of people that I'm helping out and enjoy my videos. But I'm going to be honest with you. The month of February, I probably won't have any videos. I'm not going to lie. So I have something coming up in February. I'll talk about it, but closer to then. So February will be, you'll be free of me, and then I'll see how and when and if I resume after that. So I'm just making a couple of them now because I'm enjoying my bantering with everybody. Like, I love doing this. How much mayonnaise is really depends on how much you like. So far that is about 3/4 of a cup. It's going to need, I don't know how much, guys. I don't want it super mayonnaisey. I like it vinegary. I like the sugar taste. What I do with my coleslaw is I make it, I put it in a container, and I let it sit in the fridge. Later, after it has macerated, absorbed all the flavors, you could put some Greek yogurt in instead of mayo. I did that in the beginning. But I traditionally go right to my old-fashioned coleslaw. So this is like a lot of coleslaw for me. I don't know how I'm gonna eat all this, to be honest with you. I still have Mary's orange salad to eat up because I've been eating that through the week, a little bit here and there. I can't eat large portions, and I try hard not to because it just makes me feel like so. But I can eat coleslaw, but I have to eat it after I eat my protein. So normally that's the struggle. What do you put in your coleslaw? What would you have taken out of this? I know some people are onion free, some people are mayonnaise free. Rachel Ray hates mayo. She never makes anything with mayo. I wish I hated mayo. I've liked mayo my whole life. So I'm gonna call that done for me. It's got the right consistency, and it's just your basic coleslaw. I put in salt, pepper, apple cider vinegar, celery seed, sweet pickle relish, 1 stalk of the inside of the celery, about 3/4 of a cup of cabbage, 3/4 of a cup of mayo, and that was only like 1/4 of a pretty good sized cabbage. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'll taste it. I don't think you should taste it right away because it's not really a true fact of how it's gonna taste when everything comes together later, but I will taste it. Guess what? It needs more of it. I don't know. I don't measure, but I can tell it needs a little more sweetness. It's good. I love it. I could eat this for breakfast, but then I wouldn't have any protein, so I won't eat this for breakfast. Happy coleslaw day. Make yourself some. When I make these fresh salads in the middle of dead winter, it makes me feel like there's hope on the horizon out there. I'm looking at a frozen lake and frozen mountains, but the truth is I could see the mountains, so that's a good thing. That means it's not snowing over there. Yeah, it's cold, but today's like 39, so I'm not in a turtleneck. Good news. Have a great day. Make some coleslaw, make some fresh salads, make some fresh veggies, make your proteins, drink your liquids. I got my hot tea and my high electrolytes all ready to go, and have a great day.